Hello and welcome to day 19 of the posture challenge. So today we're going to do mainly stretches for the neck and the shoulders. I'm very lucky today. I just got some treatment from my chiropractor today. So I just feel like my shoulders have dropped about an inch and this right shoulder was really hunched up and that has settled right down. So my shoulders are much more level now and my posture's much better and my back is feeling so loose. So yeah, I feel great. I had my personal training with Ty this morning, so been doing some swaps. So yeah, it's been such a good day for health and for treatment and training and all the rest of it. So feeling great. So we're going to start off with some gentle roll downs. Make sure you drink lots of water during this as well. And we're just going to roll down one vertebrae at a time. That's it. Slowly let the gravity take the weight of your hands as you roll down. Coming back up. So you should be able to roll down a lot further than before. Good. And again, one vertebrae at a time. That's it. Let gravity take the weight of your hands, let your head drop down. Really feel the movement between each vertebrae. And coming up, one vertebrae at a time. Next, we're going to stretch out our traps. So we're going to either bring our hand behind us and hold onto it like this. So the kind of yoga way of doing the stretch. Or you can hold onto a chair. But either way, holding onto the back of the head. And or where the head's coming down towards the left. So I'm going to do it sort of yoga way. Bring my head down. Almost like I'm trying to look towards my left knee if I'm stretching out my right shoulder. And you should feel this through your neck, through the upper shoulder. And the other side, swap sides. And down and towards the right. Swap sides again. And the left side. So really important if you're doing lots of desk work. Good. Pop your left hand onto your right collarbone and looking up and away, looking up towards the sky. Getting a good stretch through these scalenes. So these muscles get weak and short when our head's brought forward a lot. Or on our phones, or on our laptops, or reading the newspaper. And swap sides, so right hand on the left collarbone, other hand on top, weighting it down. Looking up and away. Good, so a really good stretch through the front of the neck there. Good. Great. Now we're just going to stretch out our rhomboids, so we're going to bring our arm across. Our thumb is going to be pointing upwards, so just stretching out these little muscles between the shoulder blades. So these are the ones we worked yesterday in the posture challenge. So good to stretch these out after you've done a lot of work on them yesterday. So your thumb up, so just makes it a little bit stronger. other side. Good, so you should feel a nice stretch through the upper back. You might feel some through your arms while your arms are tight. Great, now we'll do some aptly scratch. So we're going to bring our right arm up. We're going to, so we're going to go down the back. I'm going to bring the left arm up behind. We're going to hold on, take a good grip here. So you're not aptly scratching, holding it there. So you're getting a little bit more mobility through those shoulders, stretching out the triceps on one side, the anterior deltoid on the other. Good. And swap sides. So this is my more difficult side. If you want to, you can use your exercise band and hold on like this. So you get a really good stretch. So through the triceps, through the front of the shoulder on the other side. Just try and get as tight as possible, as close together as you can. Good. Great. Now, we are going to do our figure of eights and our extensions through the, what we call your CT junction, your cervical thoracic junction. We're going to bring our hands either side of the spine, sort of middle fingers especially onto sort of the little bony arms of the vertebrae, and then we're going to just bring our elbows up slightly so we get a little bit of extension, a little bit more movement through that area where we tend to get a little bit of a hunch. So it really helps us get rid of that hunchy area. There's also some really good chiropractic adjustments as well for this area. So as chiropractors, we can get right in there and adjust this joint to get more movement, more mobility, and your flexibility, your alignment. Good. All right, now we're going to do the same thing again. Hands are going to go either side of the spine, and then we're going to draw some little figures of eights with our elbows. We're going to try not to use our rib cage. We're going to try just keep it really specific, really sort of rocking those joints in this kind of junction, tight area. Good. Lovely. Next, we are going to grab our foam roller. We're going to pop it vertically, and then we're just going to keep it on through our mid-back, and we're going to let the arms drop off the sides as we let our head drop back. So you get a really good stretch through those pecs. A little bit of extra movement through the upper back. Gosh, this feels so much easier today after my adjustments today. Nice open arms. Letting those hands drop to the ground. You can put some little weights in your hands if you want to, or a couple, maybe some canned food, maybe some cans of tomatoes. To get a good stretch through the front of the chest, through the arms. So your head's on the ground, the foam rollers in line with your spine, vertically. Your hips are off the ground. Your knees are bent and your feet are flat on the ground. And you're just letting gravity take the weight of your hands. If your hands are already on the ground, a good place to do this is on the corner of the bed, so you can let your arms drop off the sides. A few more breaths here. we're going to come back up, and then we're going to get the foam roller. We're just going to place it horizontally. I'm going to go to the top of the back, so just this area here, and then we're just going to let the head, and we're going to roll actually through the mid-back all the way through. So this is such a nice time of day in my treatment room. So at the moment, if you want treatment, I can definitely recommend about 4:15 or a bit later, because we actually catch the sunset in the room. So as you can see through the window, the sun is starting to set, and it's so nice in this room then. So definitely the time of day I would recommend for treatment. Okay, and let the head and hips drop down, cross your arms over. And then rolling down a little bit further, let the head and hips drop down. I'm going to shuffle down for the sake of the video. And then you're going to roll down a little bit further and let the head and hips drop down. Good. And then coming back up. And now we're just going to do some pigeon stretch. So we are going to bring our right shin horizontally across the bench, or across, and then we'll let our left leg go backwards, and we're just going to prop ourselves up onto our hands. It's getting a really good stretch through the right glute and through the left hip flexor as well. So make sure you're not doing this whenever you've got any back pain at all, so you can compress those joints. It can be quite sore. So make sure you get treatment before doing this stretch. Good. And the other side, swap sides. So this is definitely my more difficult side. Definitely feel it on the left. Good. Swap sides again. So our right shin is going to go horizontally. Our left leg is going to go backwards. We're going to prop ourselves up. So yeah, good stretch to that left hip flex, that right glute. Perfect. Good. And the other side. So front shin horizontal, right leg back, propping yourself up. Good, so you should feel the front of the thigh, also into the hip here, and through the glute on the other side. Great. Perfect, and then we're just going to stretch out through the mid-back, cross our arms over, pop them behind our knees. You might have noticed this is one of my favourite ones, I do this a lot. I'm going to pop them behind the knees, and then we're going to arch up like an angry cat, so like this. So we're pulling against our knees are straightening, and almost pulling our shoulder blades apart. So getting a good stretch all through the erector spinae muscles, the rhomboids, even into the lower back. Good, a good stretch all the way through. Perfect. And that is the end of your 15 minutes of posture exercises for today. So today is Wednesday, so there's only Thursday and Friday left of the 21-day challenge. So keep going, only 2 more days left. Take care.